Hey everyone, welcome back to Rhythm Railroad. So I'm hosting my first op session. I've never done one before, but I just wanted to show you what I've been doing just to kind of prepare for that. And I've come up with some little things that are definitely going to help. Um, and this is part of the reason why I haven't done any update videos, because I've been going crazy trying to figure out how to do this as smooth as possible. Now, obviously, the layout is not completed, and I'm not at 100% as far as block detection and signaling and stuff like that, but I'm close. I basically have detection on the entire layout, main lines, and I have remote access to every single turnout that is required for a basic operation. So in other words, for a dispatcher to use like a CTC type thing. And I am using JMRI, and that's how I'm controlling it for now. In the future, I'll probably switch to CATS, but for now, I'm just using JMRI. I'll show you the panel in 1 second, but what I wanted to show you before that is I'm just trying to come up with better ways to keep an eye on the layout room and communicate with the crew. With the, in addition to walkie-talkies and things like that. So I do have my walkie-talkies ready to go, and so each person will get a throttle, which is basically an old iPhone, or they can use their own phone, and then they'll get a regular walkie-talkie to communicate with the dispatcher. The dispatcher room is upstairs, and what I've done is I set up a few things, like I said, to just keep track of the room. So normally I have my dispatcher panel on the big screen, because I normally dispatch down here as I control the layout. So JMRI would be up here. And then over here is my second screen that's connected to the laptop, which is for like, for programming and routes and things like that. I keep all that stuff in here. And then this one is usually what you see here, which is my cameras. So all I did basically is I just took the HDMI cable from here and I put it there. Now the reason I did that is because I don't want the crew, I don't want the people here in this room to see the dispatcher panel, just to make it feel more real. And I am planning on using a fast clock, so I just threw the fast clock down here and I threw this display up there. And then what I did is I put everything that a dispatcher would need from JMRI upstairs. But before we go there, I also, what I'm doing is I'm running a Google Meets session, and I have the laptop running. I have an iPad here running, which I'll probably mount better than that. And then I have another iPad in that back corner there. So basically I have eyes on every section, the 3 sections of the layout. Not entirely, but I have at least, I can see most of the trains that are going through here, most of the trains that are going to be in the transfer yard, which is where most of the traffic is going to happen. Also the upper return loop, which is the most crucial one. That's where things can go wrong. And then also over here at Saratoga Springs and the main yard. This is the classification yard. So I have eyes on everything, and a little bit of staging, obviously, but I have the camera set up anyway. So I'm going to take you upstairs and show you what is going on up there in the dispatcher room. All right, so now we're upstairs in the dispatcher room, and this is going to look a lot neater eventually, but for right now, I just kind of, I have the panels just set up so I can control everything. So what I have going on basically is this screen has the cameras that are the same as downstairs, so I can see what's going on in staging. Most importantly, this big screen has the outgoing trains and the ingoing trains. So outbound, inbound, so that I can see, the heavy traffic. But I also have cameras for, what's going on within staging, and it goes in order. So basically the trains come in here, then they go through there, then they go through here around the peninsula, and then they end up back here again. So I also have cameras up on the helix in case something goes wrong from both sides of the helix. So there's a point in one direction, there's a point in the opposite direction. But I can at least see the exit point here and the entrance point there, and then this is the back of the helix. In this screen, this is where the Google Meets is basically. And so what I have going on, besides myself, is the 3 rooms that I told you about. So this is my laptop that's shooting the Fort Edward side. And then you have the 2 iPads here. So here's your Saratoga Springs, and here's your Whitehall. So, you know, again, I could aim these better and make it look better. And I also have to clean the lens on that camera there because it's all foggy. But if I want to see, for example, what's going on in Saratoga Springs, I could just, you know, obviously click on here and it'll switch my, pin, and it'll switch over to that. In case, you know, I need to see what's really going on, just to cheat a little bit until I get my act together. And then obviously here is your dispatcher panel. So this is what's really controlling the layout. And I'm gonna make it bigger, and I'm gonna make it, you know, fit the screen. In fact, we can probably do it right now. But what was tricky about this is that I was trying to display this and also a fast clock, but for some reason when I would get on the computer here, it would knock out the computer downstairs, and vice versa. So you know, rather than doing it with hardwire with a landline, which is what happens when you hook up through a landline, which is what I wanted to do, so I don't have any problems. It basically puts the other computer to sleep. So that knocks my fast clock out. But this is a Wi-Fi based sharing network. So I'm basically sharing with myself. It's like a remote desktop type thing. And so now I can, you know, control the entire panel. So yeah, I can just make this bigger like that. And see if I can just fill the whole screen here somehow. Yeah, well, that's pretty good. So yeah, so I basically have control of all the turnouts. If I want to switch, you know, this turnout here, or if I want to switch signals here, you know, I can basically do whatever I want. Bottom signal, if I want to go red because something's wrong, just do that. And this is everything is being displayed, obviously, downstairs. So, and obviously I have my walkie-talkie here, so it'll communicate with the rest of the crew. Oh, and I can hear the room through there. So if somebody wants to say something, or, you know, whatever, I can hear it through there. So that's basically it. I don't know, still working out kinks, but it's at least it's on its way. All right, thanks for watching.